You can see by my apple tree that the fruit production is getting lower. Where I cut those off up there, we'll have, as I cut those verticals down to 2 or 3 buds, they'll come out and grow, and then I'll have all this flower production over there. But we're going to talk about something that gets complicated. Why do you get water shoots? Why does a branch grow in the middle? Why does another branch just grow on the top? And see those water shoots up there? Now they're over a year old. You can see where the cut was made, and you see they're like 3, 4, 5 feet tall. And you see most of the growth is on the very top. And the reason they're on the top, and this is a word I have trouble pronouncing, it's apical, see I did it, apical dominance. And apical dominance is that bud on the very top of those canes is the dominant bud, and as long as that bud is in place, it will not let anything come out on that shoot. Over time, something could come out on the lower branches, and this year you can see a little something trying to come out on the top. But as long as that bud is up there, nothing's going to come out on that shoot, that water shoot, which will turn into a branch. And what it is trying, that middle one is dominant. On this one branch on the left, you go up and there's one coming this way and a fork, and the branch coming out the middle, that's dominant. But you see you have 2 on each side, both of those are dominant. Well, they're both growing, trying to be the dominant bud, because the dominant bud will control that whole shoot all the way down to the big branch. And you won't get lateral growth unless you cut that dominant bud off. Now you could cut the one off on the left and come down halfway and have an outward facing bud, and when you cut it there, that no longer would be trying to be dominant. The one on the left would send a shoot out to the left, and it will try to upturn also. The one on the right of those first 3, if you did the same thing, you'd have a branch growing out to this side, and then you'd still have that one in the middle that's dominant. Now if this was a lot lower to the ground and you were trying to set your second row of scaffolds, see where that joint is, there's a branch coming this way, and then there's a dominant one in the middle, and then you have 2 on each side. Well, both of those you've cut the top off by half, both the Y part, you've cut both of those in half. Now they'll branch out. So if you go up there and you want a branch, you have to come down like 12 inches, 10, 12 inches from the top and cut it off. And you do that because if you just cut the top off, the buds underneath it closest to the dominant will come out and try to be dominant, which they will because they'll be way up in the air, and then they will go straight up and not allow anything to grow on that side branch. But if you can knock those buds off at the top, the first 3 or 4 inches, or you can come down 12 inches and cut it off, and below that those buds will come out and be branches, not be dominant. And since you don't have a dominant bud on the top, those side branches will put out other branches. And now I'm going to do the same thing with this grapevine because it's closer and you can understand it.